Okay, week 2 of live SmackDown. We begin with Dean Ambrose, kind of running down Dolph Ziggler. Dolph comes out, cuts a really good and passionate promo about how they got similar struggles. But Dean came in on the top with the Shield. Dolph talks about his time in the Spirit Squad. Alright. And Dean kind of goes heel in his promo, running down Dolph. He's like, you're not as good as you think you are. You're going to lose to me. It's just how it is. But as he's walking back, he slightly smirks, like, I'm in his head. And then, as soon as he's leaving, Bray Wyatt shows up, attacks Dolph Ziggler. There's your main event. Bray Wyatt's like, I'll beat you, Dolph. I become the number 1 contender. If you beat me, you prove that you belong here. Okay. Dolph goes back and with Bryan and Shane is like, listen, I want the match. I want to face Bray Wyatt tonight. And they're like, you have nothing to gain from this fight. He's like, I need to prove to myself, I need to prove to them, prove to Dean Ambrose, prove to Bray Wyatt I deserve to be in this match. And he wrestled a more aggressive style and got the victory. Off a super kick. Alright. Good match. I like the way these two guys work together. Alright. American Alpha takes on the Vaudevillains in their debut. I dug it, but I dug American Alpha. Crowd kind of not super into them. The crowd as a whole. There are some people who are, they're in, they got the shirts on, they got the signs, and they're just going nuts. And you know what? They did a good job. I like them as a tag team. I think they need more depth on the SmackDown roster to really have a good, solid match, but it's Vaudevillains. They've wrestled before. Worked well. Got them across for what their skill set is. It worked. Randy Orton took on Fandango and flat out owned him until Lesnar hit his F5. Okay, nice continuation of what happened on Raw. I can dig that. They did a triple threat match to decide who is the Intercontinental number 1 contender. Apollo Crews, Kalisto, and Baron Corbin. You can kind of tell who won this match. Just didn't know who was in it. Apollo Crews did. Got a roll-up victory. Got a quick roll-up on Kalisto. And then afterwards, he got attacked by Miz. Miz then got laid out by Baron Corbin. So Corbin beat up everybody in the ring. Miz got a shot on Apollo Crews to be like, are you taking me on? I'll take you down. Baron Corbin's like, hi. And a date. Left the ring like, this is my segment. Take that from me, Miz. Nope. That is not happening. Baron freaking Corbin. I'm like, alright, it works. Now the women's division. Becky had a match with Ava Marie. Ava Marie came on her super over-the-top entrance. It's like, vivacious, inviting. Be here to be tantalized. So I like how they had that grindhouse guy to do her voiceover. She gets in the ring, takes off her robe. Actually, say, has George Hamilton, I think it's George Hamilton, take the robe off. And then she's walking around. She goes, oh. I think she pulled a muscle. So their match doesn't happen. It works well in build up Ava Marie as a heel over the longer period of time, but it kind of felt like a hollow thing to have happen. Maybe had they actually rung the bell and actually did a lockup, and then from the collar and elbow a step back, and she could have did an injury. I think she just took her coat off. It's like, oh, we got an injury. I was like, oh. Okay. Had they at least had physical contact, it might have felt better. Like, oh, they had contact, but then she just tweaked herself. And then she could have done a promo on the back about how Becky hurt her. She's overly aggressive, wasn't ready. Something like that. Just make it a little more healy. But it worked. Crowd Didn't care. Carmella's been interviewed by Renee Young on the Smack Talk set. And I'm like, all right, okay. Then Ty showed up, cut a decent heel promo. But she should be the one running the division. They got Pseudo Caddy. Carmella's taking on Natalya. Good. I want to see Carmella in a ring with a general like Natalya. Carmella's walking down to the ring, it's attacked from behind by Natalya. We get to the sharpshooter, she's tapping on the outside of the ring, match never starts. Woo! You can't do this for your two women's matches, they're both not start. Had she done the beatdown before, rolled her in the ring, ref could have rung the bell because Carmella's, she's a fighter, and then she could have eaten a pin. Good, at least then they at least had a match. You had two non-starts. Not good. Nice for heel heat, but I think had Natalya actually attacked Carmella, got her inside the ring, beat her that way, it would have actually had a lot more gravitas to it. Maybe next week they'll have a random throwaway tag match. AJ Styles comes out, talks about how he doesn't like John Cena. John Cena comes out and cuts an amazing I care about this promo. John Cena, when he's not being like, AJ Styles, you drive your soccer mom van with your soccer mom hair. When he's actually doing the legit, I'm here because I love this. Love it sound tough, but I love this. I love that kid there who's going nuts. I love the dad's holding that kid up. And he does this really good, solid base promo. With the proper amount of fire to it. Good. This is the John that I want. I want a John that cares. I want an Orton that cares. Because then they both put on some phenomenal work. So I was like, I knew you were going to say that. On a match at SummerSlam. And I was like, that's good. Everyone kind of assumed it, but it's going to happen. And it was SmackDown. Hoping it gets its feet underneath it pretty soon. Because we started watching SmackDown like 8 o'clock. Starts at 7. By putting the dark a bit. By about 9:15, 9:20 we were done. So there was a lot of just filler. Didn't really feel like it added much to it. The Lesnar Orton spot, liked it, worked good, keeps the story going. Styles, Cena, worked, kept the story going. Phenomenal work done by Ambrose and Ziggler. I think a more aggressive, I'm not here to show off, I'm here to win, Ziggler. Good. I like how they've got Ambrose playing tweener. And they're doing these really subtle pieces where if you're not really paying attention, you're gonna be like, oh, why is he the heel now? He's not the heel. He's not the heel. He's not the face. He is a pure tweener who has nothing against going, okay, I'm going to make you think one thing. He did it during the Shield feud when he was like, hey, Seth, hugging him, and Seth's like, whoa, wait. Last year you were trying to like smash my face off and like kill me. Now you're like, hey man, how's it going? Yeah, we had some rough times. With Reigns, he was like, what's up, man? We're boys and all. I'm gonna lay you out. But we're boys. I'm gonna lay you out. So you know. So it's weird seeing him as a pseudo, I guess if the Joker was a good guy. Sort of characterization. And it's interesting. It's unique. It's very different. And it's very nuanced, but I think it's something we haven't really seen in the E in quite some time.